Hello, I'm James Preston and welcome to another edition of Executive Corner Expert Talks exclusive to Kalkine. And in this edition, I'll be shining a light on Raiden Resources. Raiden Resources is a copper gold focused mineral explorer with strategic land holdings in Eastern Europe and also the Pilbara region of Western Australia. And to talk to us about all the finer points of the various projects that Raiden Resources is engaging in, Managing Director Dusko Ljubojevic joins me live on Kalkine. Dusko, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Well, Dusko, can you take us through the breadth of the company? How many projects do you have in Australia and in Europe?
Well, I'd like to think of it as two very significant and large portfolios. So we've established one of the largest exploration portfolios in Eastern Europe across Bulgaria and Serbia. And we've been building on this portfolio and establishing ourselves here over the last 4 years since we listed. And in the Pilbara, we have, again, a significant land holding with two key projects, Mount Shoal, which is an advanced nickel copper PGE play, as well as the Arrow project, which is located along strike from the Hemi discovery, Grey Mining's Hemi discovery. So a very diversified portfolio and with a lot of potential for success.
Well, one thing we've seen recently with the announcement of the Omicron variant is a bit of a flurry of activity towards gold stocks. Do you see that trend continuing in the short and long term? And how do you think that Raiden can capitalize on that?
I think in the short term, it's difficult to predict. There's just too much volatility, so we don't even try and predict on the long term. On the long term, I think there is the potential for a sustained gold price simply due to the amount of stimulus money that's coming into the markets. We're more focused on trying to define a tier one world-class gold discovery. So that would translate into essentially a quality asset that can withstand even lower gold prices. So we're more focused on the long-term sustainability of a potential discovery than the actual gold price itself.
Absolutely. Well, Raiden has also recently commenced the maiden drilling program on its Arrow project. What can we expect from the drill program?
Well, hopefully a discovery. So as you mentioned, we're 5,000. It's a 5,000 meter RC program. We're approximately 35 kilometers along strike within the same geological environment as the Hemi discovery. So it's a very, very exciting district. This program will be testing a number of the key prospects which we've defined over the last 12 months. We have many prospects across the license, but we're testing a key structure right now along a 3 kilometer strike, which is associated with geochemical anomalism, outcropping alteration, as well as some of the key intrusions which we are targeting for Hemi style mineralization.
And Mount Shoal is another interesting project that you have under your portfolio. Could you let our viewers know what the focus is of that project and how it's progressing and also what the future holds for it?
Certainly. So recently we've announced a significant JORC exploration target of over 40 million, between 20 and 40 million ton exploration target, as I said, which is based on over close to 18,000 meters of exploration drilling and historical geophysical surveys. So our program in the initial term will be focused on converting this exploration target into a JORC resource, as well as testing the strike extensions which we believe we have to the exploration target, and essentially build on that. So it'll be an aggressive program which we'll be announcing relatively soon, and hopefully we'll have that completed in 22.
Now, we have made mention of the fact that you've got operations here in Australia and also significant operations over in Europe. I want to focus on Europe for just a moment now. You do have a bit of a footprint in the underexplored and mineral-endowed Western Tethyan copper gold belt in both Serbia and Bulgaria. Why do you think these regions have been underexplored in the past, and are you anticipating some strong recoveries from the works there?
As you said, we've got a very large portfolio here. 700 square kilometers is significant in Europe. And we've focused on developing these projects and we've been doing a lot of target generation over the last 4 years. So right now we are primed with one of the best exploration portfolios here. It's an area which has been dominated by majors, so it's very competitive to get ground. And what this translates into is very much a strategic position which we have. The belt is relatively underexplored because it's open to foreign investment only in the last 15 years or so. So we are only in the first couple of rounds of exploration, and the belt is seeing tier 1 discoveries even today within mining centers which have been in operation for over 100 years. And that tells us that there's still a lot more to come from these districts. We've spoken before about the strategic position which we have here, and we're evaluating means to have very aggressive campaigns across the entire portfolio, and that may involve strategic partnerships with third parties going forward.
And Dusko, just as we begin to wrap up, where would you like the company to be in about 12 months from now?
We're focused on one, obviously a discovery, and I think we have a very good prospect of achieving this because we have exploration campaigns across multiple fronts, and obviously we'd like to see Mount Shoal proven up into potentially a robust resource, and perhaps even some preliminary studies across that.
And any final words you'd like to leave your shareholders?
Appreciate your attention, and please watch this space.
Wonderful. Well, Dusko, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.
That's Dusko Ljubojevic, the Managing Director of Raiden Resources. And if you missed any part of that interview, you can catch the full chat on our YouTube channel, kalkinemedia, so don't forget to subscribe. That's all for this Expert Talk. I'm James Preston, reminding you to stay apprised and invest wise with Kalki.